Dana White's Contender Series Week 6 full card results. The main event just ended. It's not showing as of right now because it just ended with Yusaku Kinoshita landing a devastating left hook to knock out Jose Henrique with a counter shot with 4 minutes 30 seconds left in round number 3. But after an eye poke situation and stuff, the timing ended. They came right back in. Jose coming forward looking for the finish. Yusaku with a big left hook knocking him out. What a crazy way to end the card. Yusaku is just an absolute beast. The dude can pull it out of anywhere right there. But we're going to start from the bottom and do the results here. Blake Bilder and Alex Morgan. I thought Blake was going to win this fight. I thought Alex Morgan was going to win the fight. That he would use his range, his height to stay on the outside. If he did get taken down, minimize the amount of damage and get back up to the feet. But when he was trying to get back up onto the feet, Blake Bilder grabbed the neck, got the rear naked in, and got that first round submission as a 2-1 underdog. Our only bet for that fight was a half unit on Alex Morgan by a decision. We had it at plus 330 on DraftKings. So we started off the night really not too well, but after that finish in only 3 minutes and 15 seconds, we had a good one for my bets, not necessarily for the prediction, as we did start on the predictions 0-2, ended 3-0, ending with a 3-2 prediction record. But we did get the prediction here wrong. I thought Maria would use her strength and size to be able to stay away from the takedowns of Victoria Dudakova and outstrike her, which she was able to do in round number 2. That's sort of when Victoria's knees started to buckle a little bit there because she got injured. But round 1, Victoria used the wrestling very good. Round 3, she did as well. Wasn't really what I was expecting, but I assumed it was going to be a pretty competitive fight, and that is why the only bet we did here was 1 unit on Silva Dudakova. Just goes to a decision at plus 105 on bets online. That one did cash as Maria won round 2, Victoria won round 1 and round 3 at 23 and a half years of age, using the wrestling and grappling to win that decision. I also had Mateusz Rebecki and Rodrigo Lidio. I believe Mateusz Rebecki was my most confident pick of the card, and he looked like it. Went out there, ate a few big shots. I mean, I believe there was a head kick he ate, a knee down the middle that he ate, but he eventually got the fight down 2 separate times, landed a little bit of ground and pound, and got a little side choke. It wasn't necessarily like a rear naked, but he got the takedown, got a really weird angle, and just started to crank on Rodrigo Lidio, and he tapped, and he got the finish. Mateusz Rebecki was in my parlay with Cyril Gahn. We had 1.47 units on that one at minus 147 with Cyril Gahn and Mateusz Rebecki, as well as 1.05 units on Mateusz Rebecki inside the distance, minus 105. So we're doing pretty good at this point on our bets. So we still got the parlay that's still going, so we could make a little bit more than 2.73 units. We can make that 3.73 if Cyril Gahn wins. Then we had Cedricas Dumas, our only underdog pick of the card. Had him winning the fight by a decision, but he won the fight inside the distance. Lands a good trip takedown, gets that side control, gets on top, and Matez Panage right there goes up on his knees, tries to stand up, and Cedricas gets a high guillotine and cranks on it, almost like a front rear naked choke submission, but it was a deep guillotine. Cranked on it for like 10 to 15 seconds and got a 47-second submission in round number 1. Absolutely insane right there. That one did profit us a little bit, did lose us a little bit as well. Had a half unit on Cedricas Dumas, plus 150 right there on DraftKings. If I pick an underdog to win, I will sprinkle some on them, put a half unit or a unit on them. We also had 1 unit on Penas versus Dumas, goes to a decision at plus 185. That didn't, but right before the fight happened, about 37 minutes ago, about 5 to 6 minutes before the fight actually happened, I hedged out a little bit, putting $90 on Penas Dumas does not go to a decision because I felt one whole unit on the fight going to a decision was a little bit too much. Good thing we made a little bit of money back right there. Then the main event, Yusaku Kinoshita Jose Henrique. We had Yusaku getting the TKO round 1 or round 2. He got it in round 3. Yusaku with a huge left hook TKO, absolutely mind-blowing. An amazing, amazing finish right there. Round 1 was mainly just a kickboxing match there, and Jose Enrique was using his range to stay out of the big power punches, but Yusaku was still getting through some of those big shots, landing a lot of leg kicks and things like that. Round 2 was more of the same, just not really the most exciting things, but every now and then there was. And then round 3, boom, a big left hook. Now we got Dana.
This guy is 7-0, and he did exactly what you need to do to make me excited about a 32-year-old. Get over here.
Blake Belder, however you want to say the name, 7-0, the CFFC champion, rear nakeding Alex Morgan in round number 1, earns his UFC contract.
So let's go on to Victoria. So she doesn't understand a word I'm saying anyway, but I didn't love this fight. I didn't love this fight, but she showed me everything that I needed to see.
She's getting it.
In this fight, she was a 2.5.
She's got it.
Dog. She is unbelievably mentally tough. Unbelievably
She's got this.
Tough. Emotionally. And she dominated the bigger, stronger woman tonight with more experience and did it while she was injured. You know, apparently she came in injured.
Impressive.
But she was definitely injured after the second round. And she made it look like she wasn't. You know what I mean? She's only 23 years old. She's got everything you need.
She's very young.
To be a world champion, in my opinion. I'm excited to see what she does next. Come on over here.
Victoria Dudakova earns the UFC contract. But Dana did say it was a boring fight. Alright, next one is Mateusz Rebecki. Rabisti.
Is an absolute savage. Powerful, incredibly badass. To pull off the choke, the way that he pulled off the choke, the slam. You know, Rodrigo was like 180 pounds tonight. This guy is going to be fun to watch. I am very excited.
Mateusz Rebecki getting it, for sure.
Get over here.
Mateusz Rebecki earns the UFC contract. Dana White giving out 3 contracts out of 3 fighters so far. Cedricus Dumas. He's got it. 43 seconds. He's getting it.
And he came out tonight. He beats a guy who's a 23-3 kickboxer.
Oof.
60 amateur fights.
Takes him down with ease. Easily. Cedricus Dumas earns his UFC contract. Great.
I know he's not even over there yet, but
oh, Yusaku?
the main event was awesome.
That was a good fight. Pretty technical. Some big shots.
You're going to see both of these kids again. Both of these kids are going to do something. You know, and he's 5-1. The one loss is a DQ of a fight that he was absolutely dominating. So realistically, this kid's undefeated. And the one thing that we've been missing in the UFC for a very long time is a Japanese star.
Japanese.
Japan, who's absolutely talented. And now we have one. So
that's true. Yusaku earns the contract. Everyone gets a contract. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.